Your cat just walked away from you. Again. And you're sitting there thinking, do they even like me? Here's what nobody tells you. That moment your cat turns around and walks away, it might actually be one of the biggest signs that they love you. I know that sounds backwards, but by the end of this, it's going to make complete sense. Cats are nothing like dogs. Dogs wear their hearts on their sleeves. They're at the door when you get home, tail going crazy, can't contain themselves. Cats are different, completely different. And because we grew up expecting animals to show affection in loud, obvious ways, we completely misread what cats are actually doing. When your cat ignores you, avoids your eyes, or just gets up and leaves the room, it feels like rejection. It feels personal. But behind that behavior are real, specific reasons that most owners never even think about. And once you understand them, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. Number 1, they feel safe with you. This is the big one, and it reframes everything. In the wild, a cat that feels unsafe is a cat that stays alert, stays close to shelter, watches everything, never fully relaxes. Because relaxing when there's danger around you is how you don't survive. But a cat that feels completely safe, they sprawl out, they wander off. They do their own thing without constantly checking over their shoulder. They don't need to stay close because they're not afraid. So when your cat casually gets up and walks away from you, completely unbothered, not looking back, that's not indifference. That's comfort. That's your cat saying, without words, I feel so secure in this space with this person that I don't need to stay on guard. You have made them feel that safe. That is not nothing. That is everything. The cats that are clingy and anxious and always underfoot, those are often the ones that don't feel fully secure. A relaxed, wandering cat is usually a loved, trusting cat. Number 2, you missed their earlier signals. Okay, this one is important and a little humbling, because most of the time when a cat walks away, it wasn't actually sudden. There were signs, you just didn't catch them. Cats communicate constantly through their body. A slow tail flick, a subtle ear rotation, a slight shift in posture, a brief tension in their muscles. To another cat, these signals are completely clear. They're saying, I'm getting a little uncomfortable. I need a moment. That's enough for now. But humans aren't trained to read those signals, so we miss them. We keep petting, we keep engaging. And eventually, when the signals don't work, your cat does the only thing left. They remove themselves. Walking away is not their first choice. It's their last resort after quieter communication didn't land. So if your cat seems to suddenly disappear on you, think back. There was probably a moment before that where they tried to tell you something. The more you start noticing those small signals, the more your cat will realize you actually understand them, and they'll start trusting you even more. Number 3, overstimulation. You know that feeling when you've been around people all day and you're just done? You're not angry at anyone. You don't hate anyone. You just need to be alone for a while. You need quiet. You need space to decompress. Cats feel that deeply. Too much petting, too much noise, too much engagement. It floods their system. And here's the thing about cats. They're actually remarkably self-aware about it. Instead of snapping or lashing out, most cats will simply choose to leave. They'll find a quiet corner, a high shelf, somewhere peaceful where they can reset. That's not rejection. That's healthy self-regulation. And honestly, it's pretty mature. They're managing their own limits before they hit a breaking point. The best thing you can do when this happens is let them go without following. Give them the space they're asking for. They'll come back when they're ready, and they always do. Now, real quick, if your cat does this, you are not alone. This is one of the most misunderstood cat behaviors out there. Drop a comment below and tell me, does your cat suddenly get up and walk away from you? Because I guarantee the answers are going to be very relatable. And number 4, they're in hunt mode. 1 second your cat is sitting calmly beside you. The next second something flickers in their peripheral vision. A shadow, a sound, a tiny movement across the room. And they are gone. Completely locked in. Totally focused. You don't exist anymore. This isn't personal. This is ancient. Cats are hardwired predators. That instinct doesn't turn off just because they live in an apartment and get fed twice a day. When something triggers their hunt drive, their entire brain switches modes. Everything else, including you, drops to the background. In that moment, you're not being ignored. You're just not the most interesting thing in the room anymore. And the moment whatever caught their attention stops moving, you'll probably find them wandering back over to you like nothing happened, because to them, nothing did. Number 5, they're mood-based animals. This one is simple but important. Cats are not consistent in their emotional availability, and that's completely normal. Sometimes your cat wants to be on your lap for hours. Sometimes they want absolutely nothing to do with you and there is no explanation. Their mood shifted. That's it. No dramatic reason, no hidden message. They just changed their mind. We actually have a lot in common with them in that way. We have days where we want company and days where we want silence. The difference is cats act on it immediately without overthinking it or worrying about how it comes across. When your cat is in an I want space mood, the worst thing you can do is push through it. Let them be. Tomorrow they might be climbing all over you. That inconsistency is not a problem. It's just who they are. Number 6, their routine got disrupted. Cats build their sense of security around predictability. Same feeding time, same sleeping spots, same rhythm to the day. When everything is consistent, they feel grounded, they feel safe. They know what to expect from the world. But when something shifts, your schedule changes, you rearrange the furniture, a new person starts coming around, even something as small as a new cleaning product in the house, your cat notices. Immediately. And it can make them pull back. They're not punishing you. They're recalibrating. They're trying to figure out if the world is still safe after this change. The best way through it is patience, keeping as much of their routine intact as you can and not forcing interaction while they adjust. They'll find their footing again. They just need a little time. But number 7, it's just their personality. This is something a lot of cat owners need to hear. Not every cat is a lap cat. Not every cat is going to follow you around the house or curl up on your chest at night. Some cats are deeply, genuinely independent. And that independence has absolutely nothing to do with how much they love you. An independent cat still notices when you leave, still comes to find you in their own quiet way, still chooses to be in the same room as you, just not necessarily on top of you. They show love in smaller, more subtle gestures, a glance held a moment too long, a slow blink from across the room, choosing to sleep on the chair nearest to you rather than the one by the window. If you have an independent cat and you've been spending years wondering if they actually care about you, they do. They're just showing it in a language that's easy to miss if you're looking for something louder. Here's the part that most people never realize, and this is the piece that really changes everything. A cat that sometimes ignores you is often a cat that feels secure enough not to need you constantly. Think about that. Needing someone all the time, never wanting to be away from them, feeling anxious when they're not close. That's not love. That's dependency born from fear. Real security looks like being able to walk away, being able to do your own thing. Trusting that when you come back, everything will still be good. That's what your cat is doing when they wander off unbothered. They're not withdrawing from you. They're resting in the safety of knowing you're there. That is a form of trust most people never recognize, because it doesn't look the way we expect love to look. The cats don't love the way dogs do. They don't love the way humans do. They love in a way that is entirely their own, quiet, independent, and on their own terms. And that love is real. It's just easy to miss if you're waiting for it to announce itself. So the next time your cat gets up and walks away from you, don't take it personally. Don't read it as rejection. Sit with it for a second. Because what you might actually be seeing is a cat that feels so safe, so comfortable, so completely at ease with you, that they can just be themselves. And honestly, there's nothing more beautiful than that.